What's up, loungers? I hope everybody is doing as great as I am. Listen, guys, I know there's a few of you that are in the clouds, okay? Make sure that you hit the like button on the way in. Ciao, okay? When I tell you that I always come with receipts, okay? I am not going to play around with this chick. I am not going to go out here and act like I'm making up anything or doing anything like that. Okay. And if I tell you that shit is literally falling in my lap, okay, you have no idea some of the stuff that has come across my desk in the past couple of days. Okay. So this particular thing I was told about a couple of days ago. I never went to look at it until today. Okay. And I did go look at it and I listened, and what I heard, I had to share. Okay. Now, shout out to King Jives. Okay. He is one of my favorite content creators out here in the church sector. There's people that like him, there's people that don't. I can care less. I happen to like him. Okay. There is, however, I didn't really get into his past stuff and a lot of things that were happening until the things that was going on with Larry Reed and that whole situation, right? But either way, I never really wanted to take a side with any of that stuff when it came to Jives and when it came to Larry and when it came to that whole situation between him and his god brother and all of that. He had his reasons for that. I don't know, and I'm not even involved, right? I don't have to agree with everybody and everything when it comes to whatever a situation is. But there may be some things that's going on that I can most definitely pin down and agree with, right? So I know that Daryl Moore and his camp don't necessarily get along with Jives and so forth because of whatever's going on. Either way, I'm not involved in that. All I know is I got personally involved with breaking the culture of silence when it came to business. Okay. In doing that, she has attempted to do all kinds of things to me as far as disparaging my name, disparaging my brand, saying that I'm a prostitute, trying to release photos and act like I was doing it was just all kinds of stuff. But regardless of that, and through all that, she kept tumbling over her own vomit, okay? Not realizing that in doing that and in attempting to disparage me, it was doing nothing but bringing negativity back to her. And her own words are now coming back to haunt her, okay? I told that girl a while ago to just simply leave me alone because I wasn't messing with her. I never did anything to break in the culture of silence, okay? And that's pretty clear now, I think, to most people, considering the fact that, a lot of this stuff has been going on and people were able to substantiate things by looking at actual evidence. But the biggest evidence that we have today is breaking the culture of silence herself. Okay. Now, let me go ahead and remove this banner because what I'm going to have to do is I will play this in the name of fair use. Okay. It is an entire video, but I'm not going to play the full video. I'm only going to play portions of the video. I'm going to play her part of the video and, what the things that she said. and the very important parts of this video that our sector needs to hear, okay? In regards to when Breaking the Culture just recently had her Jewish boyfriend and herself on video on Photon's channel, which I happen to have a copy of. Shout out to Riz Lyricist. I appreciate you, bro. And I know that I can say that because you did it publicly. But shout out to you for giving me a copy of that when Breaking the Culture actually said she doesn't have these two kids and this is made up and this is a whole made up story, right? Well, come to find out, Breaking the Culture actually talks about this child on Facebook Live, okay? While she was pouring her heart out about Victor Couzens, and then started talking shit about the baby's father, okay? Allegedly, Michael Sr., who, she talks, girl, listen, I'm gonna let y'all hear the story, okay? I ain't got to make none of this stuff up. But like I said, her and Stargate are friends for a reason, okay? For real. These two bird bitches are friends for a fucking reason, honestly. Because if it wasn't for them and them being friends, like if it wasn't for, the fact that the two of them actually say things like and then put stuff out in the public and then don't realize that the things that they say are out there forever, right? Like the internet is forever. It's not something you can just erase, really. Like somebody has a copy of it somewhere, okay? And now it is coming back to bite you in the ass and you don't know what to do, right? Like this is just crazy. Like I said, I wouldn't even be talking about this if this wasn't real, and especially if it wasn't about your kids, your children that you're claiming don't exist. That is the most sickening thing I've ever heard in my life. But I'm going to go ahead and remove this banner so you guys can see that this is Breaking the Culture that we're talking about, okay? I am not talking about, this is not me. I'm not making this up. I don't have to slice and splice anything. I don't have to do any of that. Breaking the Culture's dumbass went live on Facebook and decided to out all of Victor Couzens' information while he was texting her, everything. Y'all gonna see all of this shit. This shit is hilariously crazy. It don't make no goddamn sense. Let me go ahead and take a look at the comments first before we get up in here, child. Get y'all asses in here, child. Hey, what's up, Double Exposure? You said I'm here for it, okay? What's up, Vici? I appreciate you being in the building. Don't at me. I don't give a fuck. What's up, sis? Appreciate you. You said that chick can use licensed marriage and family guidance. Okay, that's what AAS needs to do. She needs to help her with like license and marriage and family therapy type things. Ain't that what AAS be doing? She out here giving her stuff to dox people. Instead of that, you need to be helping her mentally, okay? But we're going to go ahead and get into all of this tea right here. What's up, Stephanie Collins? You in here for the tea today? I appreciate you being in the building. You said, what's good? What's good, child? It's about to get hot in here, okay? Everybody get y'all asses in here. Again, make sure that y'all are hitting the like button or the dislike. It doesn't matter whichever one you choose. I don't care. But we are about to get into this hot tea because this is just crazy, y'all. And again, this is in the name of fair use, okay? So bear with me one All right, guys. So we're going to get started with this in the name of fair use again. And again, make sure that you guys are hitting the like button. And I, of course, will put a link to this in the description box. I am not playing the full video. The full video is like an hour and 8 minutes long. I took about 40 some minutes of it. So because there's just so much that she said, okay, and there's so many things that just validate and confirm that these children actually exist and other things as well about her. Like I'm talking about, like we're gonna get into it. Y'all gonna hear all this stuff. All right, let's go ahead and listen to a blabbermouth tell her business. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this,
This
okay?
shit went on
Let's
for
start.
a long time. I want to
Now,
say,
Jives
yes, it
has
was
some
about
like music in the background.
2011,
Can you guys hear
August,
it?
September when we met. Um,
Put a one in the
we
chat if you
ended
guys can
up
hear.
splitting.
Put a two if you can't hear it.
Stopped talking because his ex-wife Tara, they were not married. Let's clarify that him and Tara were not married when he and I were dating. They had just gotten a divorce like maybe
Can
a year
y'all hear it?
or
Okay, y'all can hear it. All right.
and apparently she was still living in a home and they were still dealing with each other, but they were not married. And I did not know. I actually did not know. I had no clue that any of this was going on. Tara found me on Instagram because I posted a picture on Instagram. She reached out to me, asked me what happened. A bunch of my friends ended up getting involved. She ended up telling me like that they were still dealing with each other. I asked him, he lied. It was like a whole thing.
All right. Hey, Defrauded, I appreciate you being in the building. So if you're not sure what's going on, you may have to rewind it. But right now, Breaking the Culture is telling us everything that is happening with Victor Couzens back in the day. And she admits to her child. There's a whole lot that was admitted to in this video. And you guys are going to hear it today. Everything that she has denied and said, let me see your transcript, and Daryl Moore and them are lying about, and I'm lying about, and everybody's lying on her, she admits to in this fucking video. Okay, so we'll go ahead and watch this. And again, make sure you guys hit that like button. Okay, guys. All right, appreciate you guys being here, and shout out to you. No problem.
I ended up not talking to Vic for years after that. Like, it was like a huge thing. Yes, I did publicly come at him because he had blatantly lied, tried to say that he was just quote unquote helping me, and that I was one of his church members, which I didn't even go to his church. So let's clarify that. Said that I was told Tara that I was one of his church members that was having a hard time and I was struggling and all this extra shit. And that's why he was helping me. So then a friend of ours, JJ Daly at the time, got involved or whatever. And JJ's like, well, how are you helping her by bringing her into the home? Like, she's in your home, but you're helping her. But that's neither here nor there. So yes, I ended up not talking to Vic for years after that. After that whole thing. After that, um, I want to say like in 2000 in Jamaica. So I want to say like 2011 we met. I want to say like 2000 by the end of 2012 I stopped talking to him. I didn't talk to him from then until my daughter was born. He reached out to me when I had my daughter Malia. He ended up coming up to Jersey or whatever. We ended up getting back in touch. We ended up talking, whatever. We ended up back in our friendship. I ended up forgiving him, thinking possibly he could have changed. He and I were seeing each other on and off, on and off. 1 minute we were on, 1 minute we were off. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that everything was sweet and that, you know, we just had the best relationship because that's not true. We were on and off, due to him, due to me, due to both of us. Finally, this past April, we got really, really tight again. In April, he was flying me out to Miami when he got his condo and stuff. Like, prior to that, when he had got his condo and stuff, I helped him decorate the condo down in Miami. We went shopping with him when I got the condo was practically shit. I have pictures of me decorating this condo, of him in there, shopping with him, whatever. Just this past April, we got back really, really tight. I started flying out to see him more. He flew out to see me a couple times. Went out of town with him. Then, just very recently, and mind you, my sister Renika was going so hard for me, and so was Talisha, and so was Dominique, because they've seen him with me. They've seen him drop me off. We weren't just friends. Like, we weren't just close. Like, We were supposedly moving forward and doing us. Um, he had me fly out to Cincinnati for a week. I flew out to Cincinnati. He came to me. Oh, I think you should come to Cincinnati. You should move in with the kids. Wasn't me asking him to move in. I did not initiate that, and I have the text messages to back that as well. I did not initiate that. That was him that initiated it. I have health issues, and he, was like, we're together. I don't like you being so far, not having, support around you. You and the kids should come out here. Like, why not just move in? We're already doing our thing anyway. So it wasn't like I was thirsty to move in with him. It wasn't like I was homeless and needed a place to go. No, it's like people are always trying to make assumptions. No, he came to me and said, "Won't you move in?" So I was like, I don't know. We went back and forth with this for weeks. So finally, he's like, "Well, why don't you fly out and we sit down and we talk about it? We can iron some things out. Woo doo woo doo woo." So I said, "Cool, say no more." So I flew into Cincinnati. Me, him, and Faith drove up to Tennessee because Faith was taking her mother to go and see Beyonce or something of that nature. And me and him, he had a meeting in Tennessee. So me and him stayed up in Tennessee for a couple days. Um, got Faith. We left. We came back. We talked. We went back to the house. I was there for a week. Um, he told me, this is what I want to do. Set a date. Told me, you can go ahead and put a 2 weeks notice in. You can go ahead and contact the schools. So I said, okay. And this was just last month. So I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to do this. Let's do it. So I started making the proper preparations, to move. Called my sister Renika, was telling her, like, hey, sending her the messages, like, hey, this is going to happen. I'm probably going to do it. My girl Dominique told me, like, don't do it because all he does is lie and manipulate you. She was like, something's not right. Like, he's bullshitting. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So long story short, I ended up I'm not explaining it, Renika, because I want people to believe me. I'm explaining because he decided to make a post all but calling me a liar. So I'm gonna put my truth out there. People deserve to know the truth, and people deserve to know who they're dealing with. Um, but at the end of the day, he basically, told me to come. So I said, okay. Started making preparations. Sorry, somebody was calling me. But first of all, both of my kids are very small. One isn't even in school, she's an infant, toddler, and then the other one's in the first grade. And we thought that it was smart to move them during the week because if they're already enrolled, they can go ahead and start in the middle of the week and get acclimated before their first full day for all you smart asses. Anyhow, um, something ended up happening up here in New York, and it wasn't that I had to move instantly. I just, I needed to move. It was the police ended up reaching out to him and let him know, like, what happened. He's my emergency contact, always has been, him and my sister. Ended up reaching out to him, I ended up reaching out to him. Something came up, something happened. Asked him, do you mind if I come a couple days sooner? This is when he decides to disappear. He decides to just go MIA for a little while. Then he comes at me and it's like, oh, I need to pray about it. After having me, I won't say making me, but after having me put in a 2 weeks notice, after having me contact my kid's school, after having me contact Lakota, um, he pretty much disappears. Now, mind you, this is somebody that's supposed to be my best friend, and I just had a traumatic experience. Um, where the police is even reaching out and you disappear. Like, even just as a friend, what type of person are you? Like, who does that to someone? But anyhow, he finally comes back, finally hits me up. We talk a little bit, whatever. He just starts, beating around the bush, making excuses, but won't come out and tell me anything. So I actually just so happened to be with someone at an event that he just so happened to be at. Did not know he was going to be at the event till after the fact. And someone came to me and was like, and was like, hey, he's here at this event with a white girl. Did you know that he's getting married? And I'm like, what? But this was just last week. So I'm like, what? Like, no, like, he's not getting married. Like, what are you talking about? Um, and they're like, no, yes, he is. And the person that told me that is a pretty credible, it's a pretty credible source. So I was like, what? So I'm like, no. And she tells me, like, yes, he's getting married. Like, girl, he's getting married. So I'm like, all right, nah, sis, like, you styling. That ain't true. So I end up hitting him up and asking him, and he doesn't respond to me. He doesn't respond at first. So I let it go. Then someone comes across this girl's Instagram, and she screenshots it, and I go through the pictures, and I'm reading the comments. Um, they're clearly not lying. I'm reading the comments. I'm reading the comments on her Facebook. Obviously, this is not a lie. So I'm confused and I'm hurt because just a couple weeks ago, I was just in town with you and you just had me making plans. Like, I have every right to be upset. Who wouldn't be upset? People could say, oh, this, say, oh, that. But at the end of the day, how would you feel if there's someone that you love and that you have a relationship with and you're making plans to relocate you and your children and your whole life and you're putting a 2 weeks notice in and all this and that, and then you find out that he's married? So for all you people that are out here judging me and having so much to say, you guys are going far through worse in your relationships. You just aren't going public about it. And I'm not ashamed. Like, you guys say that I'm wrong for posting this, but I see y'all bashing y'all baby daddies. I see y'all bashing y'all boyfriends. I see y'all bashing y'all family members, y'all friends. Shit, I see y'all bashing the next bitch on the street, but nobody's coming down your throat. You guys are only coming down my throat because you guys have his dick so far down your throat that you can't see straight. You have his Bible shoved so far up your ass that you can't see straight, and he can't do shit wrong. No. At the end of the day, this man literally manipulated me up until the last minute. And I'm willing to call him out, and he knows that I'm telling the truth. And I even sent him a very long response, and he didn't even respond, which I don't expect him to. He doesn't have to, because he knows he can't respond. Because if he does, then I'm gonna cash those receipts in. And my whole thing is, it's not about sex. It's not about the fact that we had sex before marriage. It's not about the fact that we were screwing. We were more than just sex. That was my best friend. That was someone that I trusted. He is someone that uses the Bible all the time. Oh, will tell me all your problems, tell me this, tell me that. And at the end of the day, it's wrong. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, just keep it a buck. I'm not mad that he's moving. He has every right to be happy. I'm not mad that he's moving on. He has every right to move on. He has every right to be happy. He has every right to be with someone that makes him better. There is nothing wrong with that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at all that he chose to be happy. I'm not. If he found that I wasn't the one for him and that someone else was, that's perfectly okay. But don't lie to me. Don't manipulate me. Don't string me along all the way up until the end of, don't string me all the way up until the end of this. Like, don't basically drag me along until I confront you. Then when I finally do confront him, like, I sent some pictures, screenshots, so now you have no choice but to respond. Then he decides to respond, and he's like calling me names. He's basically telling me fuck me, and that he chose to be happy and that God told him to be with her. Like, first of all, don't do that. Like, you were with me and this girl for God knows how long, and you were stringing us both along. Yes, he ended up choosing her. It's not a matter of who he chose and who he didn't choose. I don't care who he chose. That's not the point. The point is, you don't play with people's feelings and emotions and hearts. You don't have people, relocate their whole lives and uproot themselves and then just basically call them a liar. That's not okay because I've already cashed in enough receipts. He said I didn't have receipts. I've already proven that he and I were in a serious relationship. So my whole thing is, no one's mad that he decided to move on. He has the right to. that right. He has every single right to
Now, do
be
y'all
mad
notice
at
her
me.
phone going
That's
off in
not
the
the problem.
background? Like
The problem
her
is,
cell phone
don't
and her
release
home
me
phone
until
is
you
going
can't
off.
use me no more, and then throw me to the wolves, and then make me out to be some psychopath who's stalking you and who's harassing you, because we all know that that's a lie. You guys already seen when I don't text him back and I don't call him, what does he do? He resorts to emailing me. So I'm not harassing you. I'm not stalking you. I didn't ask you to move down to Cincinnati. I didn't ask you for this. I walked away. You came back into my life. And my thing is, if you're gonna move on and you're gonna be happy, that's okay. But just say something. Don't have me sitting here thinking it's one thing and it's not. That's where the issue lies. The issue lies in when you start lying, and you start manipulating people, and you have these like, and then it's to find out that it's not just me that he did this to. There was 5 women in my inboxes with receipts showing me like, yo, this is what he did to me. This is what he did to me. Like, as a man of God, you don't do that. Now, when I was younger, I went to a church. I went to this church, and the church that I went to, the pastor, I never seen anything like that in his church. People walking up in his church, people ready to shoot him, all this stuff. No, he was a true man of God. There's a church that I go to now. People aren't walking up in his church ready to kill him and shoot him because he's doing stuff like this. No, they're true men of God. Certain things you just don't do. If you want to move on and you want to be happy and you want to do whatever, do that. But don't lie. And then we wouldn't even have had this issue to begin with if you would have just been honest and been transparent, like you like to preach on. You like to preach on authenticity. You like to preach on transparency. But yet at the end of the day, you've done none of the above. You say people who know your heart. People who know your heart know that you're not shit. You simply just don't do that to people. I was your friend, or at least I thought I was, and you would do something like that to me. Why not just come to me and just say, hey, Trey, you know what? Unfortunately, this isn't gonna work. I've decided that I'm gonna be with someone else.
Now, hold on. Now, I want y'all to know, like, so far, we've heard, and this is just also in the name of fair use, okay? I'm going to stop and comment a little bit. Now, so far, we've heard a mouthful, okay? But while she's like going in on this man, remember what's happening with her children that we know about, okay? And I just want y'all to keep all that in mind as we go along because I want y'all to hear what she ends up saying. All right, let's keep going. Like, I don't know how she could
And that's
expect
what
to
it
have
is. And
such a
then
great life,
honestly, I would have been hurt. Don't get me
and
wrong, I'm
this is
not
what
gonna
she's
lie
doing.
and say, oh, I wouldn't have been hurt. But I wouldn't have been sitting here lashing out the way that I did. I wouldn't have been as hurt than I am because I'd rather you hurt me with the truth than a lie. I did not deserve that. You literally led me on, Vic, up until the final moment. So for people to sit here and say, oh, I was dealing with him when he was married to Tara, that is a lie. I was not dealing with him when he was married with Tara. Him and Tara were divorced. Him and Tara were still dealing with each other, and I found out. For people to say that I knew that he was married to the woman and I went to Miami with him after I found out he proposed to her, that's a lie as well. I didn't find out that he had proposed to her to well after we had already left Miami. Miami was already done and over with. We had already packed up that condo and that condo was done. Okay? I've spent holidays with him. For his mom to say that she doesn't know me, that's a lie. I drove to Dayton to pick her and her grandbabies up with me. For his brother to say that he never met me, never heard of me, bitch, you was living in his basement and got kicked out for stealing $50. Like, don't do me. Like, I could air out some juice. Your dad's truck got caught on fire because you're doing this type of shit. This is not something that you do. You don't play with people's hearts. You don't play with people's emotions. Nobody's telling you, Vic, that you can't be happy. Nobody's telling you that you can't move on. Nobody's telling you that at all. Actually, I think the girl is very pretty. She's beautiful. She seems like a very sweet girl. Congratulations on her graduating college. I think that's awesome and then that's amazing. I'm all about women empowerment. She's a very pretty girl. I'm not hating on her. I'm not bitter. I'm not jealous. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed in you for lying. And at the end of the day, you should tell her what you were doing. Stop making her block everybody. Stop hiding her from social media. Stop making her look like media so that she can't see your indiscretions. Give her a fair chance to make an educated decision, something that I wish that you would have done with me. Because what you're doing to people is not okay. You were literally breaking hearts. You were literally destroying souls. You were literally deterring people from coming to God. Say my faith had been weak. Say my faith had been just at an all-time low, like it was the first time you did this to me. And again, you know what? I will take some responsibility. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's all your fault, because a person will only do what you allow them to do to you. And I allowed you to manipulate me. I allowed you to keep using me. I allowed you to keep lying to me. I allowed you to do all of this stuff to me. So in a sense, yes, I am partially at fault because I should have known better. I should have known that I should have known what type of person you were because of my history with you and the history that you have with other women. But when the heart wants what the heart wants, the heart is stupid and the heart is blind. So yes, I do take some responsibility in the fact that I allowed you to do what you did to me. But don't discredit me. Don't try to assassinate my character. Don't try to lie on me and say that I'm lying and I'm making this up and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, because we both know that's not true. Not once have I lied on you about anything. I didn't lie on you about anything. I didn't make up anything. I didn't say you did anything to me that you didn't do. Anything that I've said, I've been honest in. So don't use the whole, oh, the enemy is attacking IBC because we're going into prayer. And no, don't do that. Don't do that. Stop using God. Stop using the enemy. Nobody's attacking you. Nobody's attacking IBC. IBC has nothing to do with your indiscretions. At the end of the day, you were wrong. If you would have just came to me and been honest and came to the other women and been honest and said, you know what, guys, my life is taking a new direction, I would have said, okay. I would have been hurt. I might have lashed out at you, but I guarantee you the world wouldn't have known what happened. Nobody else would have known but me and you. But the moment your FaceTime in my daughter, you're calling my daughter, you're calling my daughter, you know what I'm saying? You're building relationships with my kids. You have me building relationships with your kids. You have me coming over for holidays, helping you prep and stuff like that. And then you turn around and do what you did. No, like that's not okay. But don't sit here and hide behind the church and hide behind prayer when you know that you're wrong. You know for a fact that you're wrong. Prove that I'm lying. Prove that I'm lying. Prove that the other girls are lying. Prove that you were just my friend. Prove that you were just trying to help someone going through a rough time. Because, baby, I was fine. I have medical conditions. I've been on my own for God knows how long. I've been on my own since I was 16. I grew up in foster care, baby. It's nothing. I've been on my own since I was 16. Don't make it seem like you removing me in because I have medical issues and this and that. No, that was part of the reason because you felt that I shouldn't be by myself when I have these issues. But we're together, so you wanted me closer. Don't try to make it seem like you were just helping me because I didn't need your help. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I appreciate everything that you have ever done for me. I appreciate all the times that you listened to me, that you let me vent, all the times that you let me cry. I appreciate all the money that you gave me. I appreciate all the money that you gave me.
Now wait a minute. Y'all hearing all like are y'all hearing what the fuck I'm hearing right now? Because she was talking about how horrible he is, right? And how terrible he is and how he's could have done this and then she turned around and said, "But I appreciate you being there for me and actually being this supportive and this like you got to make your mind up, sis. Which one is it?" Okay? Because literally you're skipping back and forth. And this is exactly what I was talking about in the last video. All right? Where she was manipulative about what those text messages were meant and what those text messages said, okay? And in between there, she would skip back and forth. So she might be one person 1 second, and then the next second she's somebody else. Like this is exactly what happens with breaking the culture. So we're seeing this in real time, all right? And this happened a few years ago. I think it was like 2018 or 19. It was definitely at least 2018 because, and I think it was because she says the year in this video, and she also talks about Michael. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. We're about almost halfway through.
That you've given me, the times that you've helped me, the times that you've coached me through stuff. You were there when my brother died. Like, I have a right to be hurt. I have a whole right to be hurt because what you did was wrong. You could have just told me and then to sit on social media and act like you did nothing wrong and act like I'm lying and I'm making this up and I'm just pulling this shit out my ass. No, right is right and wrong is wrong. You were dead as wrong and you know you were wrong. Like, it's not cool. Like, it's not cool what you did. So if you want to sit on your high horse and you want to say, Andrea's lying, or I never did this and she was just my friend and X, Y, and Z, then cool. You can do that, but I can stand convicted and I can go to sleep at night knowing that I not one time lied on you, not one time that I make anything up, not one time that I slander you, not one time, because anything that I've said I can prove, and I'm done trying to prove myself. But I do know I do want a public apology. I want an apology for you going on social media and lying to me. Yes, I want a public apology. And if there's any
Y'all,
other
listen to
women
this.
out there that he's done this to, you know how to get in touch with me. Y'all can share this, y'all can whatever. If you want to get in touch with me, get in touch with me. Because there's definitely something needs to be done about this. Because it's not okay. It's not okay what you're doing. It's not. If you would just be honest and be authentic, like you say you are, you preach on this. This is literally what your whole foundation is built around. You literally preach on authenticity. You literally preach on being real, but you're not. You are a liar. You are a manipulator. And to do that to someone that you've known, that you've been close to for 8 years, I feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for me. I'm hurt, baby, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend. Y'all could say that y'all wouldn't be hurt. Y'all could say that y'all would move on. But I've seen y'all complain about way less worse shit on Facebook. I've seen y'all drag motherfuckers on Facebook. And I didn't even drag this man. I just told the truth. I never once kicked his back in. I never once said that none of that. I just told the truth. That's what I did. But you know what? I feel sorry for you, Victor Cousins, because I don't know what you could have gone through in your life that would make you so hateful that you could do this type of shit to people. What could you have possibly gone through in life that you could do something like this to someone that you've known for 8 years? You take my kids out, you take us to the movies, you take my babies to Dave and Buster's. Like, my kids call you, my kids ask about you, my kids say, "Where's Mr. Vic?" Like, how could you do that to someone? What type of pain are you in that you are doing this to people? What type of pain are you in? Like, I feel sorry for you. I feel so fucking sorry for you. You say that I'm emotionally fucked up, baby. I don't never think or say less. I am emotionally fucked up because of people like you coming into my life and doing this type of shit. So, yes, a bitch is all the way fucked up emotionally. You are absolutely right. And my soul hurts. My heart hurts. I'm hurt because you're wrong. But God, you know what said? Anything built on a lie will fall. Your day will come. Your day will come. You will fall. And baby, you got a boat with slow leaks in it. And that shit's just waiting to sink. And that's the worst kind of boat to have. The worst kind. Because you never know when that shit's gonna fall. But you know what? I'm done. Um, I'm done feeding into it. I'm done arguing with people on Facebook about this. There are going to be legal consequences behind this, for sure. Um, there's a group of us that are getting together because at the end of the day, right is right and wrong is wrong. Like, you need to be held accountable. You definitely, your elders need to know what you're doing. You could say that we don't have receipts. You could call us liars. You could try to hide behind your IBC members. You could do all that. But you can't deny what proof we have that you've done this. I have 8 years worth of being with you. And I'm not going to say that you let me in for 8 years because then I'd be lying on you. We dealt with each other. We didn't deal with each other. We dealt with each other. We didn't. But then we got back. And I thought that we were solid because you were telling me that we were. And if I was naive for that, sure. If I was stupid for believing you, sure. But when the heart wants what the heart wants, and when you love someone so much, when someone has become your best friend, I mean, what do you expect? Like, you had me. You had my mind. You had my heart. He did. He had me. He had my whole fucking mind. And I allowed it. Like, I allowed it. I'm not gonna lie. I allowed it. But how much responsibility can I really take when you've been doing this to me and I'm not the only one that you've done it to? So obviously it's not just me. We can't all be lying. We can't all be wrong, Vic. We can't all be crazy. We can't all be delusional. We just can't. But you give your Donald Trump responses. You hide and you lie. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to give you an opportunity to apologize. I'm gonna give you a chance to come forward and just keep it a buck with me. I'm gonna give you that chance. And you told
This
me
bitch
that's
is
on you.
delusional, yo.
Like, you don't
She
have
is
to.
delusional.
That's on you.
I
That's
want
your
y'all to finish
choice.
hearing this. Everything that's said.
Um, but
And
just
why I'm not
know that
jumping to anybody's conclusion right now.
God will take care of you. And if He uses me to do it, people, oh, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. How is it that God can use people, but He can't use people to take down people? God has used people to take down people all the time in the Bible. And
Can
let's
I
be
get
real,
an
I'm not here
amen
to
on
take you
that?
down, Vic.
Amen.
I'm
God
not here to
uses
destroy
people to
you.
take people down.
But
Amen.
people do need to
Amen,
know what you're
sis.
doing. Women need to be warned. Your church elders definitely needs to know what's going on. They need to know because this is not okay. Because I know for a fact you fed on my vulnerability. You fed on the fact that I don't trust many people. You fed on the fact that the emotional issues that I go through with what I went through growing up, being in foster care and shit like that. And you fed on that and you used that and you knew how to get to me. And I mean, yeah, I'm partially wrong because I shouldn't have let you do it after you did it the first time. But when you're in love, you're in love. Women Judy and them can all jump online and say like, oh, you're wrong. You're stupid. You're this. You're that. You're just as guilty. But let's be real. How many of y'all out there are in relationships with men that y'all know are cheating on you? How many of y'all are in relationships with men that are beating on you? How many y'all in here are in relationships with men that are giving you STDs? How many of y'all have kids with fathers that don't take care of their kids, but you still want to be with them and you're mad at the new girl?
Thank you, D. Durrell. I appreciate the $100 super chat. You said, wow, a woman scoring, but she worried about Coach, my Lord. She want to be Latasha, an actual wife. Okay, I'm just saying. This just crazy out here. Keeper, I appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you. Also, Alan Logic is in the building. And everybody else that's in here, Double Exposure is in here, Defrauding, Butter Love. I appreciate you as well. And I do understand that because when I was first listening to this, it pulled on my heartstrings too, right? And I almost didn't even want to do this live until I listened to the rest of this shit. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and listen to the rest of it. But I do understand what you're saying. But I appreciate you, and also for being a member. Truly appreciate that as well. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into this. Also, don't at me. I don't give a fuck is in the building. I appreciate you. Also, Vici, defrauding. I think I said you already. Okay, and Stephanie. All right, let's go ahead, and everybody else that's in the clouds, because there's a lot of y'all in the clouds as well. But appreciate the super chat, Darrell. Let's go ahead and finish this up, guys.
Girlfriend, you're bitter. How many of y'all are calling the cops on y'all boyfriends and having all types of discard? You know what I'm saying? How many of y'all have went through what I've gone through? A lot of y'all. And y'all stayed. So don't judge me. Don't judge the other women. Don't say that we were stupid. Don't say that we were wrong. Because half of y'all know that the people that y'all even have kids with ain't shit. Y'all still chose to have kids with them. So don't sit here and judge me and try to make me out to be just this terrible ass person when I'm not. I'm a human. I'm a human with a heart. I'm a human with feelings. I'm a human that fell in love with someone and got played. That's who I am. That's who these other women are. We're not wrong. We're not stupid.
So, unfortunately, Speakeasy, King Jives, this is his show. He put this up and he put the background music on there. So, I don't know what he was thinking when he did that. But shout out to Jives. I do love Jives, but there was a lot of people that had complained, even in the comment section, about the background music. And it kind of drowned out what she was saying sometimes, but we're able to hear clearly what this chick is saying. So we're going to go ahead and keep on going with the show. But this ain't my background music. This is on Jives' show. But shout out to Jives. And again, fair use. Let's go ahead and keep it moving.
Stupid. We're none of that. We're humans, just like y'all. So before y'all sit here and y'all try to judge us and y'all try to say we're this and we're that and we're lying and all this other shit, how the fuck would you feel if this was you? How would you feel? Are you lying? Is your baby daddy amazing when he's not taking care of that kid? Every time I see one of y'all post online talking about your baby daddy ain't shit, or your boyfriend ain't shit, or your friends ain't shit, I'm gonna say that you're lying. I need receipts. I need receipts. People are so quick to say that the woman is lying. But never once have I heard anyone say, oh, you know, he's lying. He can't be lying because he's a man of God, right? He can't be lying because he's anointed and he's holy. Don't get me wrong, that man is anointed like a motherfucker. That man can preach his ass off from here to next week. Absolutely. But the devil come.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She was like, I know y'all gonna come with he's anointed and everything, and I know he is anointed like a motherfucker. Like what the fuck is going on right now? Oh my god, he is anointed like a motherfucker, honey. Yes, bitch. Like he is motherfucking anointed. You hear me? Let's go ahead and keep it going though. Motherfuckers.
Fucking clothes in the fucking bow all the time.
He's anointed like a motherfucker, man.
I do think everyone that was defending me and defending the other women, I really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the words of encouragement that has come through my inbox. I appreciate all the prayers. And for those of you who have had nothing but negative to say about me, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. And then when it comes to Michael Henderson trying to slander me and all this other extra stuff, first of all, let's address that real quick. Michael, stop. You and I have been broken up since 2010. You just want to be relevant in my life. You seen that I got published, and as soon as you saw that I got published, you went straight to my sister and tried to send her this bogus ass thing, trying to slander me and dog me because you saw that I had finally made it in my career and I'm doing something well. You and I have been broken up. I did not pin a baby on you. Stop saying I pinned a baby on you. You knew what it was, just like my sister went on. out on, on a limb, and she didn't even have to justify it or say anything because I didn't give a fuck. Because you've been trying to be relevant for years and you're not. Quit trying to make everything about you. This has nothing to do with you. This is about Victor, not you. You know damn well, you knew that he was not yours. You wanted to be with me and you wanted to be a family. You didn't want your family to know that you were with the woman that was with child. That's what happened. You got butthurt because you put your hands on me, because I tried to go to a party with Renika, and her mom and Bubba and Nika had to come and get me from your house, and I moved out. I was doing, I don't know what I was doing at the time, but you had Junior. You told us to leave Junior, and we were supposed to come and get him in a couple days from you because I had just moved out the house. You wanted to spend some time with him. After that happened,
Now, did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear her talk about Michael Jr.? I'm going to rewind it for the people in the back that may not have heard it. Because she talked about Michael Sr. and she then talked about Michael Jr. and leaving him with his alleged father. And yes, I appreciate that. The Pink Estate, you said, I feel bad. Her heart was broken, but boo, dragging this out like this is an Oscar winning performance. I'm just saying, and get paid for it at the same goddamn time. Now let's go ahead and keep this motherfucking moving. We're going to go ahead and rewind that again because did she not tell us that there is no other children but Ishmael and her daughter, right? Let's talk. Let's go back.
not you. You know damn well.
Hold on. Let me go back.
And as soon as you saw that I got published, you went straight to my sister
Nope.
and tried
We
to
got to
send
go
her
back
this.
a little bit more.
I need receipts. People are so quick to say that the woman is lying, but never once have I heard anyone say, "Oh, you know, he's lying. He can't be lying because he's a man of God, right? He can't be lying because he's anointed and he's holy. Don't get me wrong, that man is anointed like a motherfucker. That man could preach his ass off from here to next week. Absolutely. But the devil comes fucking clothes in a fucking bow all the time. So I do think everyone that was defending me and defending the other women, I really do appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the words of encouragement that has come through my inbox. I appreciate all the prayers. And for those of you who have had nothing but negative to say about me, I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for you. And then when it comes to Michael Henderson trying to slander me and all this other extra stuff, first of all, let's address that real quick. Michael, stop. You and I have been broken up since 2010. You just want to be relevant in my life. You seen that I got published, and as soon as you saw that I got published, you went straight to my sister and tried to send her this bogus ass thing, trying to slander me and dog me because you saw that I had finally made it in my career and I'm doing something well. You and I have been broken up. I did not pin a baby on you. Stop saying I pinned a baby on you. You knew what it was, just like my sister went out on a limb, and she didn't even have to justify it or say anything because I didn't give a fuck. Because you've been trying to be relevant for years and you're not. Quit trying to make everything about you. This has nothing to do with you. This is about Victor, not you. You know damn well. You knew that he was not yours. You wanted to be with me and you wanted to be a family. You didn't want your family to know that you were with the woman that was with child. That's what happened. You got butthurt because you put your hands on me, because I tried to go to a party with Renika, and her mom and Bubba and Nika had to come and get me from your house, and I moved out. I don't know what I was doing at the time, but you had Junior. You told us to leave Junior, and we were supposed to come and get him in a couple days from you because I had just moved out the house. You wanted to spend some time with him. After that happened, you quote unquote would have got a DNA test that no one's ever seen, and left my son sitting in my sister's parking lot is what you did. Um, and that was that. Like, stop. Don't make it seem like
Now, she's saying and admitting that she was with this man in 2010, right? Michael Henderson, the very same person that the grandmother is saying is the owner of the funeral home, okay? The family of the funeral home. And that he was the alleged father that she named him after. She calls him Junior in this video, admits that Junior was dropped off by Michael Henderson in the driveway at her alleged sister's house. But this child doesn't exist, guys. Hmm? Hmm? Which one is it, Breaking? Do you have older children or not? Like, how hard is it to admit that you actually have other kids? Because this younger child that you have now, Ishmael, wouldn't even have been born in 2010 or in 2011. So explain that. How this man knew that you're saying that he didn't want his family to know that you were with child, that you were pregnant. Okay. So he claimed your child, but he already knew what it was. You just said that on video, hoping that this video would never surface again and that we would never find this. Okay. But yeah, you said that about your son and that you left your son with him, okay, and that your friends came and picked you up and took you out and all this, and you left Junior, Michael Jr., with Michael Sr. Am I lying? Is that what we are lying? Is that our lying ears? Or is that what the fuck this hoe said? This treacherous ass demonic hoe that abandoned her children has said. See, I don't have to fucking lie on dusty bitches like this. You understand me? I don't have to. The universe will take care of bitches like you. You understand? I don't have to do any motherfucking thing to bitches like you. It's shit like this that'll fall right on my motherfucking lap. And I will drag you for fucking days with this shit. Because of the type of bitch you are. Like I said, if you said, you know what, my kids live with their grandmom, I can barely take care of them, it's hard for me to take care of them, whatever the case may be, whatever the case may be. If you said that, that would be a completely different story to me, as opposed to you saying you don't have these children and that these children don't fucking exist, Andrea. Explain that. Since you want motherfuckers to be put front and fucking center, right? You running around from sector to motherfucking sector, talking shit about motherfuckers around here in these motherfucking parts. And this is the shit that's in your motherfucking background about your kids that you claim don't exist. You explain fucking that, bitch, before you ask anybody else to explain anything, before you ask Alan Logic about his fucking wife, before you ask D. Darrell about his motherfucking wife, before you ask me about my son, before you ask any motherfucking body about any motherfucking thing, ho, you better check your motherfucking self at the motherfucking door and respect the fucking pre. Because I'm not fucking playing with you, bitch. I will drag you from here to the ends of the universe. That's the type of power you dealing with. Now don't fuck with me ever the fuck again. I kind of feel sorry for you because this video really revealed your health issues, quote unquote, right? Definitely revealed that. Definitely revealed that there's a lot going on with you. And this is why I'm not going to keep picking at you. I hope you get fucking help. I really do. But for God's sake, you can't deny those kids anymore. They're real, they exist, and they're probably better off where they are. But don't deny them. Don't say they don't exist, just because you want to erase that part of your life. You don't get to just do that. That's not how life works. These children grow up, they have lives, they have feelings, emotions. They grow up to feel and to see. And there's absolutely no way that they're going to miss that their mom, their real mother, didn't raise them. Maybe for good reason, right? Yeah. But don't deny them. Don't deny them. They don't deserve to be denied. They deserve to be loved, to be respected. They didn't ask for you. Maybe they did. Who knows, spiritually. But for God's sake, Drea, children really pull at my heart because I have 6 of them. You know, they really pull at my heart. And had it not been for that, I wouldn't even be talking about this. I wouldn't be talking about it. But I had to. The lies stopped today about those kids, at least. Everything else, you could say whatever you want. But you can't get out of this, right? You can't worm out of this one. You can't jump on somebody's panel and say T. Pre's lying. T. Pre's making that up. Yeah, show proof, show paperwork, show birth certificates. The courts couldn't find it. The judge couldn't find Child Protective Service. The guardian at Lightums couldn't find. I'm the motherfucking guardian at Lightum, bitch. I lit your motherfucking ass up and showed the motherfucking world who the fuck your demonic motherfucking ass is. That's what the fuck I did. The guardian ad litem. Okay? It was me. And it's unfortunate. It's fucked up. And like I said, I hope you get your shit together. There's a little bit more here, that we can listen to. But I'd rather you guys actually go to the actual video because I showed everything that I needed to show. But let me go ahead and get into the comments real quick. You said breaking on here like Denzel wife on movie Fences, child. You said in my good times voice, damn, damn, damn. You said speak. You said somebody in trouble. Okay, I'm just saying. You said, damn it, Andrea. You said men out here dropping of supposed to be 2 kids to another baby daddy. Okay, and she out here saying these kids don't even exist, child. Hey, what's up, Code fam? I appreciate you. You said, what's up, T Pre in chat. You said, take away the blowjobs, back shots, and Bible study, and you realize breaking is a young AA mess. Exactly. That's why AAS loves her so much. Because they one and the same. They both cuckoo for fucking Cocoa Puffs, y'all. Like, both of these bitches is crazy, okay? And I hate to say it like that, but I mean, Drea's admitting to having health issues on here and that, she shouldn't be alone and she shouldn't be by herself. These are probably things Danny knows too, right? But Victor Couzens just couldn't do it because he had somebody else. And I mean, I'm sorry. It's hard for me to believe that she didn't know, okay, that there was other women and stuff because number one, she knew them by name. Okay. There was like a lot of details that she knew about these women and the amount of time that she spent dealing with him as well. She was back and forth with him from 2011, she claims, until now, which gives a very clear picture from what the grandmother was saying about about the child being with Michael Henderson, and then about the child, being named Michael Henderson at one time, and then the child, being dropped off because Michael took a paternity test, as Braken just admitted to, okay, and that Michael, he not only took a paternity test, but also that he went and dropped the child off once he realized Mari was like, "You is not the motherfucking father." And that's just what happened, okay? And rest in peace to Jerry Springer, y'all. Y'all know he passed away today. He is 79. I don't know what made that pop up. I guess because I said the Mari thing. But either way, y'all, listen, breaking the culture is the mother. Okay? Just to let y'all know, she is the motherfucking mom. She out here, the lie detector test, where she said these children don't exist, determines that is a motherfucking lie, bitch. You just said your kids exist. Now, like I said, you in Stargate, right? Y'all might want to go through y'all social media accounts, okay, and take a look at some of the shit that y'all have said in the past, okay, and clean that shit up before you come back and say something else in the future, all right? Because y'all seem to be like stepping on y'all toes over the shit that you have previously said and now are coming back and literally spitting in your face with, okay? Like it's just crazy what y'all be experiencing, but it don't make no sense. Shout out to Alan. I appreciate the super chat. Let me get to that real quick. You said, take away. You said, hold on. Where is that super chat at? Okay, here it is. I appreciate you, Alan. You said this church right here, where a few are gathered together, there will I be also. Exactly. This is church right here. Okay, because we have gathered together and we have decided to touch and agree, okay, that we will bring forth truth in this matter. Okay. Amen. Amen, church. Okay. Amen, church. Yes, we brought truth forth in this matter. Okay. And now we have the truth in front of us. Amen to the Lord. We appreciate him for the super chats up in here. Amen. We appreciate the Lord up in here today. Okay. Yes, God is good. God is good. But we're going to go ahead and get back into these comments because there is a lot of other comments in here. And yes, child, this was crazy. I felt sorry for her too until we got to around about this point when she was starting to explain the situation with the baby dad. Okay, and how now she out here telling us that these kids don't even exist. Okay, like there is no other grandmother, there is no other kids. It's just Ishmael and her daughter, right? That's it. But it's literally two other children that she's like, no, I don't got them kids. I don't know who they are. Now what y'all got to say? I mean, y'all can fuck with the bitch if y'all want to, but this is a fuckery sector. Motherfuckers just do whatever the fuck they want. Niggas just, get away with the fuck shit around here. Pretty much she kind of fits right in with the muck and the fuckery and the bullshit. But over here in the free thinking part of the sector where motherfuckers really care about their children and they care about shit and they don't put bitches like this on a pedestal, right? We not getting ready to put up with no bullshit like this, bitch, okay? We not get ready to deal with no bullshit like this, okay? We not get ready to act like this is okay and just ignore the fact that this bitch has abandoned two of her children and is out here and wonders why shit just won't go the right way in her life. Child, it don't make no sense. Yep, she said Junior. He wanted to come spend time with him. You said, oh snap. Breaking the culture of mommy. Damn shame. You said, before you read my resume. She said Michael's family didn't want him with a woman with child. You said, oh, wait, actually read my resume. You can do that. Yeah, I could do that. You said, she talked on my son. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She brought that up. That's how the sector found out about it, right? And then I ended up talking about it because I'm not ashamed of it. It's life, you know. But I brought it up after that. But yeah, she brought that up. So now karmatic debt is coming her way. Unfortunately, sweetheart, that's sad for her. You said she even talked about Pre's daughter and said she was sleeping with a grown man, but of course she tricked the tricks per usual. Exactly. And my daughter was never sleeping with no grown ass man. My daughter was 18 and the man was 18. Okay, like this is they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Fuck is she talking about? And my daughter wanted to get on birth control. I think that's pretty goddamn smart, right? Don't you think at 18, if you're like, hey, I ain't ready for no kids, right? Can you help me go get some fucking birth control? I need to make sure that I'm not getting pregnant. I think that's pretty fucking intelligent of my daughter. And shout out to her. She's actually doing really well. So, but Breaking, where's your kids at? Because you don't even know where they are while you're just saying they don't exist, right? You're just living this life in this high rise, trying to get drunk every day, trying to cope with life because you can't cope with the fact that these two children and their spirit is haunting your spirit every single night. That's why you don't have no peace. That's why you don't have no rest because your children, they haunt you. That's why. Now, let's go ahead and keep going into the comments, and then we're going to actually end the show, guys, because I really don't have much else to say here. I mean, I think I've gotten everything out that I need to say here. You said, wouldn't add her to my harem either. Okay, just saying. This is really fucked up. Just saying. Amen, y'all. Amen. Amen. You said Black Lounge Divine. Somebody called me. What's happening, unadulterated? I truly appreciate you being in the building. Shout out to you. I see you. You said, I'm just here for the fried chicken and potato salad after church services. Amen. We're going to go ahead and go in the basement, y'all, for the fried chicken and the potato salad. We had y'all make some sweet potato pie. You know what I'm saying? We had a couple of cakes made by the ushers. Okay. And we're going to usher y'all on down to the basement after this. Because this is a funeral for real. Okay. For this bitch. I mean, she dead now. She a whole ghost in this motherfucking sector. When y'all see her, y'all know that is breaking the culture of ghosts, okay? That is what the fuck she is. I put that bitch all the way in the fucking dirt, and I still got more fucking tea on the bitch. Like, I still have more. Like, if she really wants to keep going, we could keep going. You know, it's not a problem. We can have, you know, a new funeral every week if she wants to. It's not an issue. I really can do this, you know? You said them tricks had put her on the throne, dummies. Okay, don't make no goddamn sense. Don't make no goddamn sense. It speaks volumes. Michael dropped the child off with um with sister and not Breaking. Why? Because Breaking said she left with her friends. Her friends picked her up and she left Junior with him, and he went and got a DNA test on Junior, and Junior was not Junior. Okay. And so he dropped Junior off in the driveway of her sister, allegedly. Okay. And then the sister, well, as the grandmother ends up picking up the rest of that story on the first Breaking the Culture of Silence video that we did the other day, where she talks about how you know, they ended up telling her son that Breaking was gonna go ahead and put the baby up for adoption, right? And you know, then the son went and said, well, he'll just take the they ended up taking the baby, and Breaking was, you know, basically not there in that child's life that whole time. And the story goes from there. But while and long and behold, while all of that's happening, right? She got Danny on here, her on here, saying, no, we don't see, there ain't no other kids and ain't none of that going on. What are you talking about? Even Child Protective Services couldn't find these kids. If I had other kids in the system, wouldn't Child Protective Services be able to find them? Where are they at? All just lying, just going to any length to lie, just to turn around and be talking about them on Facebook Live a few years ago. And one of the people that don't even really fuck with you got that shit on their channel right now. And I will put a link to it in my description box so you guys can go over to King Jives. Make sure that you do subscribe to his channel as well. He is really great, really funny, does a lot of church service stuff, does a lot of the church sector topics and stuff like that. So if you like that, you can go over and subscribe to Jives. Okay, he is great. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him or not, but I fucks with King Jives. Okay. Now make sure y'all go over there. Karmetic debt. Okay, that karmetic debt has come back to haunt this bitch. I'm just saying. You said that's the adult thing to do. That's what's up. You said, hey, my opinion. And Teresa, I appreciate you. You said her touch code wife made the fried chicken. I'm proceeding with caution. I don't know. Binary, did your wife make the fried chicken? I don't know, man. I don't know if I want that shit. Mm. Might be a cat or something. Oh, no, I'm just fucking with you, Binary. I'm just fucking with you. Listen, guys, we're going to go ahead and head to the basement. I should go over to the Black Lounge back room because I'm actually traveling tomorrow. I'm about to be out and go hang out and go chill and do a couple socializing in this club world. And so I'm going out of town to go do that. And since it's going to be raining all up and down the East Coast and shit, then I'm going a little bit west. Not saying exactly where I'm going to be at, but I will take photos and stuff. And then I will probably post some of that stuff for you guys to see. But child, listen. I don't. He said I didn't even alert the bereavement committee. I'm just saying, like, I didn't get a chance to get anybody. I didn't get a chance to get the pastors together. I didn't get a chance to get the ushers together or nothing. We ain't got no tissues. I know there's a lot of crying and a lot of weeping right now. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I know, but honey, you know how Black people do. We just throw church together and we just make it happen, right? We just throw a little Holy Ghost up in there and we anoint it. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? We anointed like a motherfucker, you know what I mean? And then, we just have a church in this bitch, period. Okay? That's just what it is. I mean, hey, I'm sorry. This is the Black Lounge way of church today. Okay? Let's go ahead and finish up this little bit of video, and then we're going to go ahead and end the show,
You that it was something that it was not. Don't do that. Actually, Victor Cousins just jumped in my inbox telling me that I need to stop and I clearly need help and all this and all that. I need help, Vic, but are we all lying? That's all I want to know. Victor, was I not just at your house? Did I not just take a road trip with you and Faith? Did I not just spend a week inside of your house? Did I not just sit here and make plans with you? So you're going to keep lying and saying that this isn't what happened? You're going to keep lying and saying that's not what happened. You're going to tell me that I wasn't around your kids. You're going to tell me that I wasn't in your house. You're going to tell me that you didn't spend time with me and my kids, that me and my kids did not fly into town all the time to be with you. You're going to tell me that me and you did not have a relationship. You're going to sit here and tell me, Victor Cousins, that this is not what happened. I'm not looking for attention. I'm not looking for any of that. I'm looking for you for once to be a man and to stand up and to own up to your wrongs. You're wrong. You don't lead someone on. You don't lead someone on like that and then just disappear and then a day later come up engaged. No, that means you were dealing with me and her at the same time. Your son is washing. Let your son tap in. Let your son speak on that. Because I know for a fact what happened. You know what happened. You know what happened. How can you lie like that? So if you say that we don't have any receipts to cash in, Vic, but how many receipts have we already cashed in? Do I need to cash in church checks? Do I need to cash in those type of receipts? Because I got church checks, I have flights, I have hotels. You know for a fact that you let me in. You know for a fact that I was just with you and your daughter, and that you told me that you wanted me to move down there, and that this is what you wanted, and you're gonna keep lying. You're gonna keep lying. So what is it gonna take, Vic? Is it gonna take for someone to seriously get hurt? It's gonna take for someone to actually hurt you. It's gonna take for one of these women to hurt another woman. It's gonna take for someone to come after your fiance. That's what it's gonna take for you to finally realize that this is not okay. I feel sorry for you. Like you are literally a sorry individual. And I'm just gonna do nothing but pray. And Victor Cousins Jr. just commented and said agree. So obviously I'm not lying. And I would not lie on you, Vic. You were my best fucking friend. I was in love with you, and you misled me, and you lied to me, and you played with me, and you played with my kids, and then you're gonna throw me under the bus like I don't matter? How could you do that? How would you do that to someone? How? Why would you do that? And then you're gonna keep lying, and you're gonna keep playing this game like you're just this holier than thou person. You're wrong. Be a man for once. Be a fucking man and just admit what you did, and your son just validated that I'm not lying. Thank you, VJ. And I didn't even want you to get involved, but thank you. You're wrong, Vic, and I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your fucking soul. I am gonna fucking pray for you. You need serious help, my G. You need serious fucking help. You can say I'm seeking attention, you can say I'm doing all that, but your elders will know what you've done. They will know. You can say whatever you want. I won't contact you no more. I won't text you no more. None of that. But what you did was wrong. And if there's any other women that he's done this to, please reach out to me. Please reach out to me. Please reach out to me. Because this is wrong. You don't do that. Like, how do you do that to somebody? Like, and then to try to say that I'm crazy? Like, really? 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 And that's the thing. It shouldn't, and that's the thing. Like, it's not even about sex. It wasn't even about sex to me. It wasn't about his money. It wasn't about none of that. I loved him. It's not cool. You are a shady individual, and I really feel sorry for you. And I feel sorry for anybody that stands up for you and takes your side because you're dead ass wrong, my G. You don't do that. You don't do the shit that you did. I built a relationship with you. I built a relationship with your kids. You will get yours. Know that you will get yours. You'll see what he said. He just inboxed me. He says, so this is what I said to him. I said, I feel sorry for you. I don't know what you could have went through to do what you do. You hurt so many and you hide behind God. You know you were making promises to me, lying to me, and telling me bullshit to get what you wanted. Instead of being honest, you lied and hid behind me, and you used this as an excuse. As a real man, you would have just told me the truth. There are 5 women ready to cash in receipts on your ass, and you know we got them. I'm gonna take the high road though. We both know what you did. You were my best friend and lover, and you violated that. I would have been happy for you if you had been honest. Instead, you lied and hid like the bitch that you are. I do not respect you, and I am appalled. Don't call me a liar and say that I'm lying and I'm crazy and made this shit up. I got texts for days, emails, flights, my kids involved, me around yours. Like, why hurt me? Why not hurt me with the truth instead of a lie? Why lead me on? Man of God, a man of God will own up to his fuck up and take the L on the chin. I'm not mad you moved on. I'm mad you moved on. I'm mad you led me on for as long as you did, up until I confronted you. You're foul. You really need help. Clearly, you want attention in whatever way you can get it. You keep saying you're done and you're gone, but you keep going online and trying to get a response. You don't intimidate me at all. Whatever women you think you can gather, then go for it. Maybe y'all can get a TV show or a radio show. What's this? Okay. He said, God's got my back. You are in the hospital you were in the hospital every other week struggling, and you're just a wreck. Relatives constantly dying around you, and I was trying to help you out and look out for you and help you and your babies. Yes, I loved you, but that's just what it was. I never cheated on you because I was never ever your man, and you can screenshot as
So
much.
wait a minute. He said what about you? He said you was in the hospital every other week. We gonna play that again. while you talking about other people's mental health, right? What did he say about you that you're reading on Facebook Live? Let's go ahead, bitch. Let's go ahead while you talking about other motherfuckers.
If you have been honest instead, you lied and hid like the bitch that you are. I do not respect you and I am appalled. Don't call me a liar and say that I'm lying and I'm crazy and made this shit up. I got texts for days, emails, flights, my kids involved, me around yours. Like, why hurt me? Why not hurt me with the truth instead of a lie? Why lead me on? A man of God will own up to his fuck up and take the L on the chin. I'm not mad you moved on. I'm mad you led me on for as long as you did, up until I confronted you. You're foul. You really need help. Clearly, you want attention in whatever way you can get it. You keep saying you're done and you're gone, but you keep going online and trying to get a response. You don't intimidate me at all. Whatever women you think you can gather, then go for it. Maybe y'all can get a TV show or a radio show. What's this? Okay. He said, God's got my back. You were in the hospital every other week struggling and you're just a wreck. Relatives constantly dying around you and I was trying to help you out and look out for you and help you and your babies. Yes, I loved you, but that's just what it was. I never cheated on you because I was never ever your man, and you can screenshot as much as you want and try to make it appear otherwise and it still won't be true. If that's what you thought, then that's on you. I have helped you take care of your kids, send you money and stuff, and you have the nerve to drag me and my family into this and putting their names in it. My mother and brother kids call me all upset because your ass is being petty about them. So don't talk to me about pain. You're doing all of this. But at the end of the day, you tried to reach out to my girl because you want my attention and a response to me. Her and I are fine. She knows everything and we're closer than ever. You bullshit has brought us closer, so thank you. You go find them and you have I don't even know what that says. That doesn't even make sense. I don't owe you or anyone else an explanation about the decisions I make for me. Thank you for announcing my engagement for me. That really blessed us because now we have people that are offering all kinds of services for free to help us and have the most amazing wedding ever. I'm not sure what your problem is or what kind of help you need, but I really pray you get it. Seriously, something is wrong with you, Drea. I promise you this, the Lord is going to make you suffer and pay for what you have done and how malicious you are. No man wants a woman that's petty and cunning. Just remember 1 Chronicles 16:22. All right, so let's address that. So you tell me, Victor, that we were never in a relationship. You tell me, Victor, that you were never my man and all this and all that. Maybe so. Obviously, that's true because you were engaged to someone else the whole time. So obviously, you know what? You're right. But I can say your son just got on here and your son just admitted that I'm not lying, that I was around them and that you were around my kids, that I was flying in and out, that you were making me promises. So
Your son,
you can say whatever you
does she not understand that the son saw her around because she was a side chick? She was coming in and out. She was being flown in every now and then, every here and there. He was sending her money here and there. He said also she was in the hospital every other week and was a wreck. Okay? While she's talking about everybody else's mental health and parenting skills and everything, while she's leaving junior with senior, and senior is taking a paternity test and the baby ain't his, and he dropping the baby off on in her sister's driveway, according to Break It. All of this is going on, right? Who's really the problem here? Is it what's really going on here? And I told you, Break It, right? That when I had heard about a lot of this stuff, a lot of these things I didn't hear. Like I didn't know about this video here and certain things, but there were other things I did know, right? And I had no intentions of ever telling anybody your business at all. I didn't even know half of this shit. I know now because I watched this video. You actually confirmed all of it. Okay? That there's something mentally going on, that you have two other kids, okay? That you don't take care of, that you abandon, and that you pretend aren't even there. and that you completely tried to ruin this man's life because he didn't want to be with you, literally. And you admit even now, well, yeah, okay, you're admitting, but yeah, you're right. I guess we weren't together because you were engaged the whole time. But you knew that he was with somebody else. You knew. You were just sleeping with him. You were flying in here and there every so often. He's taking you to Miami, doing this, having you decorate his condo. This is stuff you're saying he did. And then you admit that you allowed him to do it for so long. So, which one is it? Were you the victim or were you not the victim? Did you just allow this because you were a side chick, right? And where are these five other women? Because I've never seen any like footage or any information on these five women. It's just always like rumors of that. And it's always you with those rumors. Like you're always front and center in the story, and then you're mentioning the women, right? But the women are never there. There's never a statement. There's no statements or anything from any of these other women anywhere. It's just all from you. Same way you did like with my website, and all this stuff. That's all from you, right? You still haven't gave us a website, for let me see your transcript. We ain't never got no motherfucking case number. We ain't never got no fucking case number for Daryl Moore. None of that shit has happened yet, right? Like everything always, all the evidence and everything all comes from you and your devices all the time. Well, long and behold, the evidence came from your device again, okay? While you on Facebook Live, emotional, probably off your medication, allegedly, right? And talking all crazy out your mind because this man stopped giving you that anointed dick. Okay? He stopped giving you the anointed dick and he gave the anointed dick to the white girl, and now you in your bag. So much in your bag that you act exactly like you did in this sector, right? When you think that shit is about to hit the fan and you think somebody is just not fucking with you no more, you literally get like separation anxiety. That is what happens. And you go the fuck off on the person. And I was not ever going to hurt you in that way. I had no intentions at all of ever putting or spilling your tea or putting your business or even digging for any more information at all. No intentions. No intentions on it. I would have easily, brushed off any additional information that would have came to me or anything if you had left me the fuck alone. But bitch, you decided, oh, I don't know what T Pre knows because she's not fucking with me no more. Like she's turned her back on me. So I don't know what she knows. So let me go ahead and stab her in the back first. But bitch, you stabbed the wrong motherfucking God, okay? Like I'm telling you, you did. You did. And I'm so gracious that I really wanted to allow you to just live, right? Let the bitch go. We done talked shit and we done slung some mud and threw some shit and everything else. And now, it's over, right? You move your way, I move my way. But your stupid ass want to keep fucking talking about the bitch and keep poking the fucking bear and pinging the bear and waking up the bear and talking shit. And now you got the fucking beast, bitch. And I gave you all the energy back that you have put out and you even spoke on in this video. All this stuff about being this godly person and how could you do this to me? I would never do all of these things, right? Even not just that elemental portion of it, right? But let's go back to the children. Let's go back to that, right? Where you thinking that somebody in this universe owes you any type of respect after you have disrespected those children as much as you have. Bitch, every piece of darkness that you see, you deserve. And you will continue to have until you get it right, till you get it straight. You got to go get help. That's what you need. It doesn't matter whether there's an illness or not. I'm able to be honest enough with the public to say what that looks like in a family. But I'm also honest enough with my son the same way. He is responsible for his mental health. Do you understand? He doesn't get to just do whatever he feels like it. No, he has to take responsibility for his own mental health. And he does. And because of that, he can function properly. He can actually function in society. He's a happy kid. Well, a man. He's always going to be my kid, right? You don't understand that, but I do. He's always going to be, he's always going to be my baby. Okay. But he's a happy man and he's doing what he has to do and he's proud of it. I'd like to see you there because maybe, and just maybe, if you get to that space, all this negativity and this negative energy that you balled up and pushed out into the universe that has only come back to spill right back on you, all of that will turn into positivity that can spill back into your children. Even if you're not directly in their lives, right? Somehow, some way, you know how to write intentions on the universe. You know how to do that at least. I know you know. You can write the proper intentions on the universe over those children. But you got to get that right first. That you got to clean up. And that means cleaning up your own mental health first. I'm not going to keep dragging you because I really, really do feel sorry for you, honestly. Honestly, I do. I don't want to drag you. I don't want to throw slinging mud and all this shit at you. But don't keep coming for me. Please don't. Because I can be just as nasty and evil. I don't want to be. I don't have to be. Right? I really don't. When your intentions are right, the energy comes the proper way and it goes out the proper way. My intentions are good. My intentions are pure. And I'm going to keep them that way. But don't fucking test me. Don't test me. Because I have your tea. Okay? I have real tea. Not fake shit, not lies, not bullshit, not anything like that. I've got real life fucking tea on you. I suggest you leave me alone like you left Jives alone, like you left Miko alone, like you left Daryl Moore alone. You put me in that same motherfucking category. You understand? Put T Pre right there on that shelf with them. Put me there too. Okay? Because I got all your shit too. Now, anyway, I appreciate all of you for coming in today. Make sure again that y'all do hit that like button. You said, goddamn. You said he has a big ass forehead, child. Child, listen. I think he's all right. You know, it is what it is. You said, T, this must be the big payback from last time. Listen, I ain't even got to do it. It's the universe, honey. You said, hey, T Pre, hey, Miss Beautiful Bernice, I appreciate you. You said, hey, T Pre, and chat. You say, hey, beautiful. You said, hey, Alan Logic. And you say, breaking the culture ain't going to let this ride, right? Miss T Pre, this is a slick body bag for you, for real, for real. You know what the fuck is. I mean, what's she going to come back with? This is a lie? I made this up. What really could she come back with this? Like, yeah, this is a whole body bag. I made this bitch a fucking ghost. She's breaking the culture of ghosts from now on, okay? She is dead, okay? Like, period. Like, point blank. She can come back to life when she starts really doing the right things and taking care of them kids, okay? But until then, she's in the book of the dead. That's just what it is. But she can float around the sector as a ghost, come up, hang out, talk to people, all that shit. Ghosts be coming around in this side of life shit. So right now, yeah, she gonna feel some type of way and be hurt and everything. But honey, what you got to say? Because I'm not, again, Every broadcast that I've been showing, the past couple of them have been somebody else. This is not me. I'm not making this up. This is your fucking video, bitch. Like, this is you. You cannot deny that that's you, okay? Because you love to be on camera. You want everybody to see what you look like, right? Girl. You said, was they really write novels to each other? Oh, man. Oh, no. Bars. You said, Pastor Cousins baptized that monk child, had to switch to Judaism. You said home hairline though. Oh, y'all talking about that hairline. You said if she do have a mystery child before forehead, that's not cool. He bailed on her. He's not, well, she bailed on the child. So what happened? This is what happened. I think you missed this part. Okay. So Breaking the Culture had a child already. She got in a relationship with Michael Henderson, which was the person that she mentioned in this video. She claims she was already pregnant already by somebody else, okay? And tells him that in this video and that he's just clout chasing now. But he already knew that wasn't his baby. He just wanted to not, his family wouldn't have wanted him, to say that, he's messing with a girl and that's not his child, right? So he ended up telling his family that that was his child. And then when she left him with the child and just left and disappeared, he got a paternity test and the baby wasn't his. And so he ended up taking the baby, according to Breaking in this video, he ended up taking the baby and dropping the baby off at her alleged sister, which was really, we don't know if that's her foster sister or her friend. Okay. We don't know. But he allegedly dropped the baby off in their driveway and drove off. And then the mom, the sister ended up getting in touch with the real father and their mother. And they ended up taking the baby. And that's where the baby lives now. He's 13 now, 13 or 14 now. And the child lives with the grandmother and the father now. So, yeah. You said, yes, you do. You said, boy head start 7 inches, okay? his brain start about 7 inches back, child. You said his lining looks like it's got a leprechaun at the end of it, man. You said I did join the chat late. No, it's okay. You can go back and take a look though. I'm telling you, like, this video body bagged her motherfucking ass. Like, she can come out here and try to be like, oh, bitch, come with receipts. Because that's what the fuck I do. I come with receipts. I don't have to talk shit about you and just talk a bunch of shit like I'm in high school, bitch. Like, no, I'm going to tell, you want to talk shit about bitches? I'm going to have your receipts for you. There you fucking go. And I'm going to have real receipts. I'm not going to have no anti-Afro receipts, no me and crimes receipts. No, I'm having real fucking receipts, okay? You, bitch. That's what I got. You, bitch. That's what the fuck I got, okay? You said his forehead looks anointed. His forehead has been baptized in the name of the Holy Ghost. Okay. You said, boy, when it rains, he got a built-in umbrella. He said, damn. You said, I wonder what Ash Wednesday is like for him. Okay. They got to really smack that nigga on the head with that shit, man. I'm just saying. Listen, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I appreciate all of you, all 40 of you that are still in the clouds right now. Make sure that you guys do hit the like button on the way out, okay? Because, child, I know this was some hot tea. Make sure y'all also share this show. Share, okay? Because we definitely went through this whole kind of scenario, right? We kind of wanted to see at first whether these kids existed and where they are, right? And then we got to, finding the kids and knowing that they do exist by going to Jamela Figg's social media and finding Michael, pictures of Michael that would look just like Breakin' and so forth. Also, we looked at some other criminal charges that she has. And we just kept going from that, while she's out here talking about people's mental health and criminal charges and all this other stuff, giving advice on this. And then we went to this and we went to Victor Couzens' statement, right? And would that be the final episode? but this bitch still wanted to talk shit and paint narratives, right? So then we got this information today, okay? When Facebook comes back to bite you, and now, unfortunately, she has actually admitted to having that child and abandoning that child, okay? She has admitted to all of it, even though she's telling us still, that that no, everybody's lying on her. And yeah, this is horrible. And she's the victim. And he treated her so terribly. And, everybody should feel sorry for her. When in actuality, she can't understand why nothing is going well for her. It's literally because she's not taking care of her children. That's it. The moment she starts doing that, or at least attempting to align herself with such, everything will work out. You said, head more Lottie, head more than body. You said they probably run out of ashes to cover him in the Holy Spirit, child. You said, indeed, Bernice. You said, whole new meaning to head first. I guess you could say he's headstrong. You said, but done. Listen, y'all, we out of here. We're going to go ahead and end that on this, okay? Again, I appreciate all of you for coming in and, just watching and listening in on the situation. And we're going to see how she spins this, or if she tries to spin it. I know she had said something the other day about hey, if you're going to call me on my shit, you can at least be an example. So maybe she's starting to come around and like be honest about these children, right? But see, while you talking about all these women in the sector, you talking about me, Nikki, all these other women, you done came for Stargate in the past, but fuck Stargate, but you done came for her. You done came for all these women, right? But this is you. This is your life. You done came for Eyes Antonia, all these people talking about we have been abused all of our lives and we got all these emotional issues and all this stuff. Every single thing that you have dealt with is what you're talking about other women. You even said this about me and Crimes, right? That all this shit, well, she probably did, but yo, listen, you done talked about so many people in this sector. Wow, this is your life and this is what's going on with you. And you admit to it. You're the one that said the story. Like, we didn't have to make this up. That was clearly and plain as day you. And it is what it is. And I'm going to put a link to the video in my description box so y'all can go over and watch the rest of it. All right, y'all. Listen, guys, I appreciate all of you for being in the building. And I will talk to y'all later. Hit that like button. And peace, guys. Thank you guys again for watching.